everybody. What up? Hit that like button. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What is going on? Personally, I am playing Death Stranding on the PS5, and right now I'm just charging up the my little gamepad there. I still haven't broken out the black PlayStation gamepad, but we're gonna do an opening on that in the morning. My same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to get that cracking, but I'm just glad everybody's here. Shout out to Ice Queen. Welcome to Secret, Ice Queen. I appreciate you, young lady. Let's see who else we got here in the house. She just became a member. Shout out to, I'm just looking here at my mini feed here. Let me get this caught up here. So shout out to Dark Queen Gaming for becoming a member. I appreciate you there, young lady. Also, Rob H has subscribed. Shout out to him. Shout out to, is it Briaros? Shout out to your brother. Thanks for becoming a member. Let's see who else we got here. Dragonheart, he subscribed 12 days ago. Anthony Carusha has also subscribed. So shout out to everybody. There's been some stuff going on. I've not been on a whole lot. I have been listening. Just been real busy at work. So shout out to everybody out there that's that's become a member, and we're hunkering down into the dog days of the fall. So I had to go ahead and clean out the closet, so to speak, and flip all my summer wear to the side and start breaking out the fall wear and all that kind of stuff. So here's what I don't like about Death Stranding very fast. Every time I try to cross the water, my man falls down and he just goes running around. So shout out to anybody who can give me, and I got power, whatever this thing he's got on, power equipment. So I got that on. So so I'm up against it. I'm up against these black dudes that keep throwing me in, they come out of the ground and drag me across the screen, and then I end up fighting some crazy looking thing. So what can we do about these black dudes that are doing that? But shout out to everybody. Just enjoying Death Stranding again. 60 frames per second, ultra graphic settings, high graphic settings. High to ultra graphics. So shout out to Digital Foundry for doing that breakdown on the game. And I think NX Gamer, did a breakdown. But what is going on? Let's get to some of the Sony news we're going to be talking about here today. We got, we're going to talk a little bit about Sean Layden clarifying a lot of things, his clarity on PlayStation, on what he was there and what he got done, and some of the things he was doing, because a lot of the things that he started doing, which let me make this clear, I had no issue with, but the fanboys really took it in the balls. I mean, he kicked them in the balls because these guys running around saying that Sony was going in the wrong direction and Sean Layden would have never have done this. Well, it turns out Sean Layden's the one who did it, And again, I don't have an issue with it because, and shout out to 60 frames no lag. Shout out to J-Dub City, and I missed 60 frames no lag because I had to work the next day. I had to be at work. I got my transportation thing going on, so I got to get up early in the morning. So in Porter Rock, shout out to Porter Rock 77, but he didn't start 60 frames until like 20 after 9. So somebody said you got to hold down L2 and R2 in the water. Oh, well, gee whiz. I'm glad to know that now because my man's just floating down the river. I mean, I paused the game to talk to you all. So we're just going to have a quick discussion. We're going to do part 2 in the morning over Sean Layden's thing. But, we got some gaming topics to talk about. What is my Wolverine news? Well, the big news on Wolverine is that, yes, while it is a PlayStation exclusive, Marvel Games may also give publishing rights to someone else because it's Marvel Games. So they may, this is what I got told, they could end up giving publishing rights out in a couple years after it comes out to PlayStation. Or it could be similar to what you saw with MLB The Show, how Sony published it to PlayStation and then somebody else published it out, But since it's that game will be going to PC in about a year, give or take. Afterwards, it comes out on PlayStation. That's the plan right now. So you're still looking at 2024, maybe even 2025. So just it is what it is. So you're talking about something way the hell down the road. So, well, shout out to your Ice Queen again. Your Arthur's acting up. I mean, that's ugh. Yeah. Avoid the red area while scanning. Okay, yeah, I figured that out. So, but who else is here? Beatrice in the house. What's happening? Quanvo, long time no see. What is happening? Jeff B Gaming is here. It's 3 o'clock. It's almost 3 o'clock. So we're moving it. Turris is great. How you doing? Yeah, Arthur ain't nobody's joke. Yeah, just go ahead and get some rest. I know I like it because everybody is checking in from all around the world. We got people here from the Netherlands, from the UK, all over the world. So shout out to all of you. And remember, leave what you're playing in your comment section here. And shout out to all the new subs that have come along for the ride. We are approaching 1,600. Like 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, where the president is. But the Messiah, well, the church is growing. We're putting in more chairs. I'm getting me a new chair myself. And but we did have some breaking news on the VRR thing with Sony. Shout out to Dark Cloud. I'm getting this from Dark Cloud. Is that Sony's VRR update is live. I think the Bravia series and maybe the 900 series has it. So you all can just check Dark Cloud's Twitter, and if you have a Sony 900, just go ahead and check it out. Let me know. So I see Salty's cheeks get busted by. No, I did not. I was at work when all that went down. People were looking at that. I haven't watched that interview, so I really don't know what to say. I have no, I mean, if somebody wants to elaborate on it, because I can't, because I didn't watch it. So I did listen to What's Up PlayStation's interview finally with Sean Layden, and he had a lot of clarity on there. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We'll do more tomorrow on what Sony has accomplished in the last year with their PlayStation 5. And we're just going to look at the numbers, okay? Because this is business. Everybody's like, hey, let's talk business. I heard people on 60 Frames No Lag talking about the business aspect. And that's what we've always talked about here is the business aspect. You got to remember the fanboys and business don't mix, okay? They don't. You can't be a fanboy and then really look at long-term projections and what a company is going to do. You can't be talking, if you're going to talk business, then you can't be saying that the company's going in the wrong direction. And, without at least one fiscal year of numbers. But those numbers are starting to come in, and Sony's not going in the wrong direction. But we'll go over more of that tomorrow morning. And I'll just get you all's opinion. Mine is I've seen their numbers. So they're not, in my opinion, they're not going in the wrong direction. So, but we'll leave that right there for now. But somebody's got their wallpaper in the bedroom. Oh, you got new wallpaper. What's it look like? Because I'm a paint guy. I did wallpaper a few years ago, and it was all right. I did all right on it. I prefer to do the paint thing. I got one of those paint guns, and what they don't show you in the commercial is how damn loud it is. So, but and also let me know if Guerrilla Games were to do a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, kind of the way that they did Death Stranding, and they did what's the name of this other one? They did Death Stranding, and they did Ghost of Tsushima. Would you all run? They charge whether 50, 49, whatever they charge, $60, $70. Let me know if you all would buy it, repurchase that. And this is if they gave you all the PS5 upgrades. So you would have, you would get the DualSense. It would have 3D sound. You get all the bells and whistles. Basically, they would bring it up to where Forbidden West is going to be. Post said it was a waste of time calling Duck questions and Salty was acting soft. Okay, well, like I said, I haven't listened. So, yeah, just let me know. Shout out to Salty Gamer for getting the interview. And if you, I mean, I guess you all listen to it. I don't know. Like I said, it is hard to interview people because they may have given you a list of things not to talk to them about. That does happen. And so maybe that could have been what happened with that interview. Maybe, but I haven't listened, so I can't really comment on it. But let's go ahead and get back to some, let's start with some gaming news. Let me see if I can, if I have the ability here to put something on the screen for all of us that are playing Far Cry. See here. If you are playing Far Cry 6, let me go to the main screen. So, all right, here we go. This is from PlayStation Universe or PSU. Far Cry 6 has optional. So if you have a PlayStation 5, it has an optional 4K texture pack for PS5 users. Now it clocks in apparently at 30 gigabytes, which is gigantic. I mean, that's huge. I mean, matter of fact. So, but this is out for everybody. It's an action FPS if you all want to play another pew shooter. I assume if you like Far Cry 1 through 4 and its add-ons, you'll like this one more than likely, I assume. I haven't looked to play it yet. Far Cry normally is in the it's in that bin, on Black Friday. What do you get like 3 for $40 or something like that? There's something like that. They had 2 for $60 or so that's usually when I pick up Far Cry. But and again, the games are okay. But let me know what you all think. Will you pick up Far Cry 5 or Far Cry 6? I'm sorry, Far Cry 6. I mean, I'm celebrating today. That interview that Sean Layden did, that busted a lot of cheeks of these fanboys. I mean, my God, So Far Cry 6 has optional 30 gigabyte 4K texture pack for PS5, which means you don't have to download it. Well, it says all snap. Nothing went wrong. Okay, well, let's take this page down. So, but what do you all think about that? That 4K greatness that they said that a PS5 could not do. I mean, look, we're a year into the console. Can we now see which console is performing better and which console is struggling with the tools? So one thing you are getting, and this is something that I was told, shout out to Luwafa, was that one thing he did tell me, and I told you guys, is that Sony did expect the PS5 graphically to perform closer to a 2070 Super and or a 2080. Now this is if you understand the NVIDIA's range. So I guess I'm not for sure what that is in AMD though. Is that like the 67 to 6800 or something like that? And so somebody let me know. And but that's what you're getting. Okay, there's no doubt about it. With the games, you're seeing 60 frames per second. You're seeing dynamic 4K, which we sat here and we talked about how dynamic 4K and checkerboarding wasn't going anywhere, and it's not. And the games look fantastic, right? I mean, the games look fantastic. Whatever game you're playing, I hope you're enjoying it. The games do look fantastic. So at least from what I've seen. And again, my TV I'm behind. My TV, I got the Sony. I have a KU 7000, I believe is what I got. I think, or is it the MU? All right, I got the 7000 series, okay? So you all know that's not the 8000. That's not, and this is behind. You remember I don't have the KS or anything like that. So I'm behind. So the games look great on my television set. And so I can't imagine, I can't imagine what they're going to look like on my, and I am going to get that OLED, people. I'm going to go ahead and go with I've got a nuclear option, and I'm going to go ahead and use the nuclear option on the OLED. But now I'm stuck with that Sony 900 costing, out of box, it costs about $900 or give or take. So let me know. It's the Sony 900H, which I do believe got the VRR update. Now, you know me, I'm going to do my research on the 900. So this will be, and it's a great TV to marry, sort of speak, putting that in air quotes, to the PlayStation. So right now that TV is on the clock, I like to say. Still the C1, I mean, let me make this clear. The C1 is still my first option. Okay, so it's the C1, then the Sony television, then maybe that Hisense H8 or H9. I've been looking into it as well. So yeah, Wolverine being given to Insomniac. Yeah, that actually did not. Apparently, Insomniac had already talked to Marvel Games about this. This is before Sony purchased them. So allegedly, let me make that clear. This is allegedly. So I mean, hit that like button, people. Y'all don't want to hear me. I may start singing because we're celebrating the fanboys actually getting buried by Sean Layden in his comments that I've been reading. So so if you don't know that the 900H is outdated. Well, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, is it a good match? That's what I'm looking at. So, but isn't it part? Is it part of the Bravia series? I mean, I don't, because I haven't looked at Sony's TVs. I'm dare looking at. Guys, I'm a Samsung guy. I don't hide that from you all. So Samsung's TVs, I know. LG's, I was like, all right, I'm a little foreign to. I know more about LG than I do about Sony. So. Jeff B. Gaming says Call of Duty Cold War Season 6, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Tales of Arise. That's what I'm seeing. That gaming, yeah. And again, me personally, I am playing Death Stranding. That's what I mean. It's paused right now because I'm talking to you guys, and I'm charging up the gamepad. And tomorrow, the unboxing of the black PlayStation DualSense wireless controller. We're gonna unbox it, which means I'm gonna hook up my horrible 720p camera and we're gonna unbox it, and you all can get a good laugh at my 720p camera. So yeah, it's not even 1080p. So are you all telling me that 900 is moist? Is that what we're saying? Is it just a terrible TV, or is it just outdated? I mean, which one is it? Is it outdated or is it bad? Like, is it a TCL? Is TCL bad, or is it just an outdated TV? Just let me know. I mean, just leave comments. Or shoot me a message on Twitter, and I'll be more than happy to read it. Because, guys, look, Black Friday is what, 7 weeks away. I mean, that is coming down the pipeline. So let me know. VRR is overrated. Majority of TVs don't even have it. I don't disagree with that. VRR is more of a PC thing. And again, Sony's games that I have seen don't have an issue with screen tearing or frame rate drops. Not that it doesn't drop them, but it doesn't just have as much of an issue. But again, that it is what it is. So Holland backtracks are upsetting Xbox and people. Well, I mean, again, I haven't listened to that interview, so I really do need to listen to it if it's that big a deal. So but yeah, just let me know what you all thought about it. Was it a total breakdown? Was it trash? I mean, I'm not. That's a big interview to get that. So, I mean, a lot of people are still trying to interview Alana Pierce. They're trying to get her to be interviewed. I mean, it takes time. They'll review your content and stuff like that, from what I understand, and they just could flat out be busy. So, or they may not want to talk to you. So, let's see here. Yeah, unless you're 3 feet away. See, Dark Queen. Yeah, I mean, great interview by What's Up PlayStation. What I liked is the clarity that he brought to the situation. So we did the 4K thing. So let's talk about that briefly. We'll go more into this tomorrow morning because, hey, who's got 4 days off and nothing but gaming to do because I'm PO and can't afford the O and the R? This guy, right? Because I'm saving for this TV, right? Let's see here. Let's see if we can pull. What am I trying to pull up here? Hit that like button, people. I'll start singing. You ain't gonna like what I start singing. I will. I'll start singing some Fleetwood Mac. You won't like it. I guarantee y'all y'all not old enough to enjoy my Fleetwood Mac. So I will break it down for you. Damn it. Let me take that one down. Take that one down. I want to hear me sing Fleetwood Mac. Dude, no, I think so. Get the LG OLED. Again, that's, you all know what I don't like about the LG OLED, right? And again, the LG OLED more than likely is going to be bought. I'll just have to use my nuclear option, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm getting something paid off here in a couple of weeks, and then I'll be able to move to the nuclear option. Let's see here. Capture. Okay. Try to situate the screen for us. Okay. So Sean Layden does an interview and says here, now this is the big thing that I really would love. This is what I liked, was that the clarity in the interview. So the Sean Layden to want the exclusives from PlayStations also landed on PC. That's not worded very well. The CEO and president of SIE America revealed in an interview, I believe this is the What's Up PlayStation interview, taking advantage of the opportunity to explain the strategy behind what many consider a crazy idea. Now, the people who considered it a crazy idea were the fanboys, right? So he says, Layden explained in an interview the reasons behind this choice. It says, which therefore was not Jim Ryan's idea. So let's start right there. How about what are we gonna do to these fanboys who lied to you all and said that Jim Ryan and Herman Holtz was destroying the brand and Sean Layden would never do something like this? Oh, we know you said it because we got the clips. Okay. Oh yeah. What do you kids say? We got the receipts on your silly butts. Man, why is this not working good? Hold on, let me turn something up here. I could not even hear my gunshots. There we go. See if that's better. Yeah, no. I'm not getting the effect I want on the on this here. My little fun box is not. Hold on. Let me try this. That's still not very good. Let's try this one. No, I'm having issues here. Oh, no comments from the peanut gallery. They're laughing at it. All right, so anyway, we'll just go for that. Well, I'll work on that. I'll work on that. All right, it's been a while. I haven't checked my equipment in a while. So we'll go ahead. I think I have to do an update, so which is fine. So, but now remember, we sat here and said that, well, them expanding to PC is to attract new users. But I mean, can we go ahead? Remember, we sat right here and said, hey, look, let's give them 1 year to see what's going on, because but it was they're going in the wrong direction. Jim Ryan is destroying the brand. We're gonna look at what the brand has done since Jim Ryan and Herman. Jim Ryan and Herman Holtz are. They're destroying the brand. They are destroying PlayStation. And again, grown men starting menstrual cycles over this. So, and here we go. This was not Jim Ryan's idea. Which I'm like, okay, can we at least get clarity on who's doing what and when this is going to happen? Now, they go on to say, and he went ahead and said it was to attract new users. Now, I'm going to say this again as a consumer. If you don't like the direction that whatever you have bought, whatever you are following, I don't care. Let's just take comic books. Let's just say your favorite comic book character is Squirrel Girl. And you've been following Squirrel Girl for 5 years or whatever. And then Squirrel Girl goes in a different direction. You don't like it. Stop buying the comic. That's what you do. That's what grown men do. Okay? They don't sit around and jerk each other off and say, "What's that wrong direction?" like a bitch ass. Okay? That's what fanboys do. I watched Black Widow. I bought Black Widow. I went to the movies to see it. I bought it physically. I just watched it on stream Disney this morning. I wasn't doing a heck of a whole lot, so I'm like, I'll just watch it again. And so now, do I think it was the best movie that Marvel has put out? No. 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 I think the movie was okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, am I going to sit around and bitch and moan because it wasn't, Captain America Winter Soldier good or Iron Man 1 good or, Black Panther? Nah. I'm just like, nah, I thought the movie was okay, So it says here, Sean Layden, quote, the idea of bringing PlayStation content to PC is something I was thinking about just before I decided to leave Sony and do something else. The reason lies in the question I asked myself, namely, how do we bring new users into our ecosystem if we only address people who are part of it? Now, remember, there were people telling you, mostly fanboys, that Herman, this is not, bring Sean Layden back. All they're doing is, all Herman Holtz and Jim Ryan are doing is they're continuing what Layden started. That's it. They're continuing it. Okay, they're expanding it. They're doing it because this is something Sean Layden saw. And look, Sean Layden is the man. He brought in Insomniac. He helped resurrect the brand. I mean, it was other people there. I like Trent. I like Trent and Andrew House. I personally said Sony should get Andrew House to come out of retirement and announce all PlayStation stuff. I've said that on Sick Humor's podcast. I've said it on 60 Frames No Lag. I've said it on the RGT podcast. My podcast. I'm a big Andrew House fan because I thought the announcement, the way they came out and did the PS4 was perfect. And again, they will study. Marketers around the world they study the way the PS4 got launched because it was a perfect launch. Okay? It was a perfect launch. But I love the clarity here. This was games going to PC that wasn't Herman Holtz's idea. That wasn't Jim Ryan's idea. It was a continuation of what Layden wanted to do. And again, I personally don't have an issue with Sony trying to expand their brand. Now, I have said multiple times that they were not going to do day and date because that would, in theory, hurt the brand. Because if you're just going to do day and date, then there's no reason to run out and buy your console. Now, we all know that's already been taken care of because Layden later on says it in the interview, and we'll get to that. And Herman Holtz has said it, and I believe Jim Ryan has said it, and how they're not going to do, Jim Ryan wanted to, bring more stuff into PlayStation Now, PS Now, which he has done. Okay, PS Now. I think this year, I think this month, The Last of Us is part of it, which is good because, it's a good zombie game and you got, this is Halloween month. So who ain't going to be playing? I'm going to go back and play a little bit of Days Gone, because it's Halloween month, right? So who's not going to do that? Who won't play Resident Evil again, possibly? I know there's people that have on Twitch, people like the gamers I follow on Twitch. And as I said, the gamers, not the fanboys, they have said, they put out Twitch things saying that, hey, I will be streaming Resident Evil around Halloween, still working on the times. But it says continuing to speak only to PlayStation fans could make them even more loyal, make them spend more money on our games, on mobile projects. So there's that, mobile projects. Remember, Sony makes cell phones, they make the Xperia on exclusives, but their numbers will remain the same. Okay, this statement right here, numbers will remain the same. That is a statement of business. Fanboys do not understand business. Gamers do. Okay, let's look at a movie that's coming out. Spider-Man, I believe it's Far From Home or Can't Go Home, whatever it's being called. So the new Spider-Man movie, would it make more money if it only releases in the United States? Or, I mean, let's just say it has a 13-week run. Or does it make more money if it releases in the United States and all around the world? What's the business decision here? It's not that it won't do bad in the United States. You know, what's the business decision? So it says here, so there was the idea of landing on PC, although I doubt we'll ever see releases simultaneously on two platforms, but never say never. The strategy as we were developing it was to go where they were, new users, potential new fans. So what better way to achieve this? Take one of our best-selling games, already available on PlayStation for 18 months or 2 years. Again, so remember, Herman Holt said 18 months to 2 years. Well, clearly, this is Laydens' idea, and bring it to PC so that other users can get an idea of the quality of our content by telling them, if you don't enter the world of PlayStation, here's what you're missing. Now, that's what they're doing. Now, remember this is what you all got told. Was it not? It wasn't by me. Do not point the finger at me. You go point the finger at their bitch ass clowns. I mean, it was pathetic. Okay? It was pathetic. Sony makes televisions, Sony makes movies and makes TV shows, Sony makes Blu-ray players, Sony makes telephones. Are you so I'm going to add something here that a lot of people that I have been saying, and it's true. Shout out to King Thrash. He even I like listening to King Thrash and Sick Humor because King Thrash really, like I said, he's a businessman. He's a businessman. So I love listening to him. You know, so he understands he can go forward, and he understands that xCloud would probably work on an Xperia phone. Okay. Would it not? How about Game Pass going to Sony television sets as an app? Is that not good business? How about Game Pass going to Sony making Blu-ray players? Hey, got to touch the PlayStation. Let's just leave the PlayStation out of it. So that right there, Sony has 3, and we all know, if you don't know, Microsoft is currently negotiating with Samsung and Hisense and other TV people to put an app on their TV for xCloud or Game Pass. I mean, it's for one of the two, maybe both. Right? And we're talking business here, right? Fanboys can't discuss business because they're fanboys. I don't care what you're a fanboy of. Hey, I'm a fan of the McRib. The McRib is coming back. I have sat here for a year and a half waiting on the McRib. Okay? You know, did I get online and say McDonald's is going in the wrong direction because they don't have the McRib sandwich? Well, I guess I could have, couldn't I? You know, but you'll all be like, man, this dude sound like a straight up clown. McDonald's makes billions of dollars a year. They don't need to bring back that old stinky, nasty McRib. That's what you would say. Guess what? You would be right. You would be right. Okay? So now it goes on to say that it says a Trojan horse in short, rather than a unconditional opening. Layden has dispelled the doubts and the perplexities of those who thought we were going in the direction of a unification similar to that of Xbox and Windows 10. Now, Windows 11, I believe. So suggesting that Sony has no interest in doing something like that, at least right now. But it goes without saying that on PC, we will see new PlayStation exclusives. Again, guys, this is why Sony got behind wasn't there multiple SSDs and all that kind of stuff that Sony actually blessed and said, yeah, this will work fine in your PC. But why do you think Sony's doing that? Why would they do that if they don't plan on moving games from PlayStation 5, in this case, over to PC? And we already know Uncharted is coming over. But Uncharted was out with the PS3, right? I did not have a PS3, so I did not play Uncharted until the PS4, and I was like, well, this game is okay, but it didn't handle very well. Uncharted 2 was magnificent. It was everything that people had been saying, because I was in the Xbox ecosystem. Henceforth, that's why I am the messiah of Xbox. Okay? So I'm not the messiah of PlayStation. But I had a great time playing Uncharted 2. Story was great. The character development was cool. Uncharted 3 I thought was trash. Uncharted 4 I thought was real good. And knowing that game is coming, and the Uncharted Collect, whatever you're calling it, that's coming out, and that will be on PC, which I will get. I will get that on PlayStation because I want to play Uncharted 4 at 60 frames per second because I really enjoyed that game. That game, however, I believe came out in 2016. So by the time that game gets to me on the PS5, it'll be what, 5? It'll be 6 years old. I mean, but hey, I'm going to have 60 frames per second. I may have better refresh rate. It may be supporting VRR. I may have a VR TV by then. I mean, my point to you is that you had the fanboys shouting doom and gloom and, this is going to be the destroyer of worlds, and I'm going to wake up and my kid is going to be gone, and I'm going to, somebody's going to steal my Kool-Aid. They're going to make me start drinking Kool-Aid with no sugar in it. This is going to be terrible. How could Sony do this to me? How could you do this to me? That's what they were saying to you. Like they give a rat's ass about what you think. And if you don't like what they're doing, go ahead and leave their ecosystem with your sorry bitching ass. But you don't have the balls to do that. You rather sit around and complain. So what did we learn here? Okay. We learned that Sean Layden, shout out to Sean Layden, was instrumental in bringing PlayStation back. But we also know this was his plan. Now, Sony, they got lucky. Xbox dropped the ball. Everybody knows that. The games at launch were I mean, actually, Xbox had games at launch. They had like Forza 5 and all that kind of stuff. They had Titanfall came out a few months later. But overall, Sony just mopped them. I mean, starting with that friggin', was it Infamous Second Son? Man, once that game came out, it was over. That game came out in like 14. So, Infamous came out, MLB The Show came out, I'm going to say Uncharted again. Last of Us Part 1 Remaster came out. All that was in 2014. So, and I mean, it was crazy. Microsoft never recovered. They still haven't recovered. So, they have not recovered from 2014. So that's how bad that launch was of the Xbox One, or I call it the Jolly Green Giant. So here this article wraps up. It says, it goes without saying that on PC we will see new PlayStation exclusives, but only after a certain period of time from their original publication, and always with the aim of attracting new users, making them taste perhaps the first episode of a series that will then be carried on only by the platform. So okay, wow, let's look at this statement here. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. I want to give you all a little taste. This is like, this is like the maitre d' coming up to you saying, would you like to try some of our steak tips with A1 sauce? Or if you're like me, Heinz 57, right? I love Heinz 57. And then they give you those steak tips for free, right? And they let you dress it with Heinz 57, a little bit of black pepper. And once you do that, you get that taste. And then they say, yes, this is on our menu, sir. That's what Sony's doing. They're giving them a taste. I mean, look, I have a PC. I understand. Hey, look. My PC is extremely powerful, right? I got full RDNA 1. And so I'm good. Probably till next year. That's when I will really need a new GPU. I mean, I am hanging on by my small fingernail. Okay? I'm hanging on barely through the rest of this year. Because, I mean, you can't find... Oh, also, I need to do another poll. I need to do another poll. What should I get, the new TV or should I get the graphics card and CPU? You know, confused I am. All right. So it says, do Laydens' words match your beliefs of the matter? Does Sony's strategy seem valid to you? And will it really work? Or are you convinced that taking exclusives elsewhere only decreases their value? Let's talk about it. Now, you all know my opinion on this. If they were doing day and date, if this was a day and date thing, I would be like, man, they can really hurt the value of their machine, right? But that's not what they're doing. Now I know here doom and gloom is going to come back to you and say, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they say. See, they can just do whatever they want. Yeah. Yeah, but you always forget, yes, they can do whatever they want, but you as a consumer can actually do what you want. Just like, remember you had these suckholes on Twitter saying, man, Sony charging $70 for a game is terrible. It's the end of the days. You know, Jesus is going to come down in a cloud and he's going to, you know, take us into the rapture because Sony's doing this. This is anti-consumer. This is a bad business practice. Well, guess what? The games are selling fine. Actually, better than fine. We'll see that tomorrow. Okay? So all these doom and gloom and, oh, this is terrible and, you know, my belt is not going to buckle correctly and I'm going to forget how to tie my shoes. You know, somebody's going to have to do something here. I need help. All those people, they're just a bunch of lying ass simps. So, just a bunch of simps. And, you know, just blue pill, where's my mommy, can't get no pussy simps crying because they've always had the ability to go ahead and leave the ecosystem. You know, it's not like they got a gun to your head. So, I mean, you know, so again, will this work? Well, I mean, again, I'm willing to give them a year or two to see if it really does work. The early numbers say that it's working, but it's early. But they do have good numbers 1 year into what they're doing. And I'm not even going to throw, we could throw the pandemic out there. I could easily say without the pandemic, the numbers would be better. I mean, granted, I could say that. And, you know, that makes some sense, but I'm not even going to take it there. We're just going to stick with the numbers as are because we are coming up on 1 year of launch. But you really got to understand, I love what Layton said because he really did clarify. It wasn't Herman Holtz who said we're going to put games on PC. It wasn't Jim Ryan who said that. All they're doing is continuing with what Sean Layton, who these guys, these fanboys, let me make this clear, these fanboys would give fellatio to and then serve him an ice cream sandwich. This is what they would, you know, this is on them. And this is on you for listening to those guys and gals. Those women were doing it too. And now you need to go ahead and what do you kids say? Question their integrity. I mean, it doesn't matter to me because I've always said the truth was going to come out no matter what. You know, so now the truth is coming out, and we got, you know, there's a lot of chicken fried ass kissing that needs to be going on. So, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I'll give J-Dub City credit because he just flat said, hey, you know, the console war is over. Sony won that hands down. As far as he can see, Jim Ryan and Herman Holtz for the first year in they're doing a good job. And we'll just look at the numbers and you all can determine whether they're doing a good job or not. But shout out to J-Dub City for, you know, aka, you know, J-Dub, that's Pegasus Nation now. You know, pretty much saying, you know, we already knew they were doing a good job, but, you know, shout out to J-Dub City because, you know, he just put it plain and simple. Like, yeah, they're doing fine, you know. So now, I mean, don't get me wrong, could they always be doing better? Absolutely. You can always do something better, but, you know, instead of bitching and moaning like a child, why don't you can come up with some constructive criticism and say, hey, look, maybe Sony, if they try this, maybe, I mean, you know, maybe Sony will do some type of, you know, Hey, if you don't have a 900 TV or a PlayStation 5 yet, Sony may come up with a bundle this fall. I got told that. Sony may come up with a bundle with the PlayStation 5 and the Sony Bravia TV. I don't know. I mean, I got told that. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I was told to look for something like that. And it could be offered at Best Buy or, Richfield or B&H. I mean, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and see what you guys are saying here. Saying here that the only way Game Pass would go to PlayStation or Nintendo networks is them getting rid of Xbox. Yeah, well, Jeff, you can kind of look at what Microsoft is doing, and that is the direction that they're heading. So, I mean, why spend hundreds of millions of dollars on R&D when your games don't sell? The people, I mean, we know the people in the Xbox community don't buy their games. We see the numbers, right? The numbers come out. It's like this game sold 85% on PlayStation. PlayStation. That's the truth. That's not us fanboying. That's not me throwing salt. That's not me, sitting up there, causing pain and all that kind of stuff. The numbers are the numbers. So, yeah, I mean, Microsoft understands that their games are not going to be bought by their fan base. So let's just give them a rental service and charge them, I don't know, what, $7, $8, $9. Okay, fine, that works. But if Microsoft wants to see a major profit, Microsoft is going to go ahead and have to stick this thing everywhere, the same way Netflix did. And remember, Netflix didn't just stream movies back in the day. Netflix started out as a movie delivery service through the mail. Through good old-fashioned U.S. mail. You would order a movie, you keep it for, 2 weeks, and then you would send it back to them in the same envelope. It would just be returned to them for free. Then they went into streaming. So it's not about, again, how do companies like a Microsoft or an Amazon become the juggernaut billion-dollar companies they do? It's not because they do what's going on right now well. It's because they can anticipate what's going to happen 7 to 10 years down the road. Okay, that's why your stockbroker is, you want to get a stockbroker that has been able to predict certain trends. Look at trend line. So if Microsoft can see, hey, these guys aren't buying games and we got games coming out, and of course their fanboys are like, Microsoft has all this money and they can spend all this money. It's like, yeah, but them spending is not fiscally responsive. It's not a very good plan to just spend money. You got to bring it in too. Okay. Your shareholders get pretty upset when they constantly see that, hey, look, this thing that we've invested in that you said was going to be the next Netflix of gaming ain't doing the numbers, guy. Okay. So, I mean, that's just the truth, guys. I mean, we all know this. We know it. I mean, this is the business. We're talking business now. Okay. I've told this story before. The Russo brothers, when they were putting together Civil War, Kevin Feige, before he left every meeting, he would look at those two guys and he would say, Anthony and Joe, how can I help you all make this movie better? And Anthony and Joe Russo would always say, it'll be good if you can get Spider-Man in this. And so Kevin Feige would pick up the phone and call Amy Pascal of Sony Pictures, and Amy Pascal would not even return his phone call. And then one day she did. Okay, how long will he be in it? What will he be doing? What is your plan? And then he said, okay, Amy, I'm glad you said that. Let me take you out to lunch and let me discuss it. And then and from there, everything's history. Sony made a good business decision and let Marvel use Captain America. Let Marvel use Spider-Man in Captain America Civil War. The rest is history, guys. It was a good business decision. That's business. Sony and Marvel are competitors. Okay, they both make movies. They both make superhero movies. Sony has one out right now called Venom. All right, so that is a competitor to Marvel. But Sony got out of the way of Shang-Chi. Unfortunately, Sony's going to go up against James Bond. And James Bond's coming out, and look, I've heard fantastic things about the James Bond movie. I'm talking about fantastic things. So I'm excited to go see that next week. So can't wait to see how much Bethesda will milk off these X cows on Elder Scrolls mod. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how they do it. But again, I mean, I don't play Elder Scrolls, so are they going to milk them? Well, maybe. If they do, I don't care. So it doesn't affect me at all. I've never played an I've played. Are you talking about Elder Scrolls Online, right? And I played Skyrim and I liked it. I loved Oblivion. Oblivion is one of my favorite games. I like Fallout 3. I thought Fallout 4 was disappointing, but Fallout 3 I thought was so good that Fallout 4 was going to be disappointing. You're getting KOTOR because Sony is help funding that game. Let's see here. They need a new Spider-Man deal for the Avengers. Yeah, well, they have to get this lawsuit settled first. But yeah, and again, Sony has already spoke on the deal. Sony has already said that of course they're going to do another deal. It's a good business decision. Again, it's business. Saying that's why I like my podcast and I like my subs, because you guys can say, yeah, I like playing my games, but business is business. Okay, this is business. So what is good business? So the reason Netflix has its own original shows. Netflix has gone from delivering other people's movies to your house to making its own original shows. Okay, it's business. Xbox was your home for shooting games. Well, again, it was nothing against PlayStation. I wanted to play Knights of the Old Republic. That was only on the Xbox. I wanted to play Splinter Cell. That was at the time only on Xbox. At the time, okay? I wanted to play Halo. I needed to get an Xbox. Okay? So when Xbox is like, well, this game is going to be exclusive to the ecosystem, it's like, okay, that's fine, because that's why I bought the Xbox, because I wanted games that were only in that ecosystem. Xbox had Jade Empire. Again, that's a great game. So again, it is what it is. So, and it's not that the PlayStation 3 was a horrible console. It was just horribly marketed. So, and again, they recovered. They dropped the price. They put out they put out the Uncharted series. Come on. They put out some great games. Killzone. I was watching my friend, Metal Gear, So we'll talk about those Metal Gear rumors and all that stuff tomorrow. Shout out to my man Foxy Games UK. So, not buying $60 trash or. Well, again, look, Sony has done a firmware. They did a big firmware update. Shout out to Optimus Code. He's talking about how they have that game trial. You all can download games for 5 to 6 hours and just try them out so that you don't have buyer's remorse. Again, it's just totally up to you all to take advantage of it. And I won't, because I already know the games that I want to play. Like, I still haven't bought Cana yet, but that's because I'm getting a physical copy of it. Shout out to Ember Labs for bringing out the physical copy. We were asking them for it directly. We were asking for it, and we weren't screaming at them. We just said, hey, look, guys, we collect physical media. Any chance you all would consider bringing out a physical copy of Cana, we would pick it up. We'll support it. We even said, we'll pay extra for it. We'll give it an extra $10 for it. That's fine. Just give me a physical copy. And it went from not right now, or we don't plan to, or then all of a sudden you started seeing things like, well, we'll get back to you on that, and just hold on. We're possibly more information on there soon. So again, that's the way grown-ass people, request things versus, you're pulling out my nose hair. But again, so what are you all going to do with those folks? That's not a question for me. GT7 being online only isn't an issue for you. Well, again, I don't like things that are always online. So I had to find out more information about this. But I'm, and until I get more information, I'm not going to sit around and holler at it. It's not, that's not, let me make this clear. That's not my style. That ain't my style. So hold on. All right, I always want on podcasts, right? Milk cows on RDNA too. Yeah, it does. But yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's going to get information wrong. I mean, it doesn't mean that they're purposely trying to, um, you know, it doesn't mean, we're purposely trying to mislead you. Marlin went off because GT7 was online only. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. I mean, you have an absolute right to be disappointed in it being online only. I'm just simply saying that I don't know enough about it to really criticize it because, I haven't seen any updates since that one little bitty thing they talked about. Like, all right, let me find out what's going to happen. I mean, why is it always online? Is there, stuff like that, so, but that is crazy. But I'm not mad. So, why would gamers not like online only though? Because a lot of people don't have good internet. I mean, that's just the reality. A lot of places don't have good internet. Even in the United States, there are places in rural places all over the United States. That's why if you I don't know if you see those commercials when T-Mobile and will be comparing themselves to Verizon and all that kind of stuff. They'll be like, look at our 5G network compared to Verizon. And it's like, well, how come you don't have the whole country covered in 5G? It's always concentrated in the north or northeast and in the south, but then you ain't hardly got nothing across the Midwest, stuff like that. So, it is what it is. What up, Lincoln Clay? Oh no, I am actually not talking about Mass Effect today. Death Stranding, yes. Yeah, I've been playing Death Stranding for a while. So, but it's okay not to like stuff. Shout out to MBG, like he said in his podcast a couple of weeks ago. And just because he doesn't like something doesn't mean that that you also have to not like it. If you like it and somebody else doesn't, that's why it's not that big a deal. All right, it's just not. To keep cheaters away. Okay. Well, again, that's what I'm saying. I did see that it was to keep the cheaters away, but how is being online all the time going to do? But again, that's why I'm saying I need more information. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying, okay, if that's why you're doing it, then that's let's see if there's got to be another reason. It may not be. I don't know. I'll save cars from their servers. That could be. Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm simply saying that I need more information. So apparently, Xbox will lead YouTube tech experts over the AMD. Well, again, I agree. Yeah, I thought when Lisa Su come out and said that, congratulations to Sony and Epic with that demo they did on the RDNA with RDNA 2. Yeah, I mean she's the CEO and CFO or president, CEO, something like that. So they were arguing with her. I got blocked by an Xbot. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow as well. I got blocked by an Xbot. Go on bestbuy.com, Samsung Q800T 8K TV. Wow. I didn't know they had it. I didn't know they had an 8K TV. Wow. That's something else. Okay. Let's see. See, 55 inch is too big. Didn't Sony have something? Sony doesn't. Well, at least not now. Let me make this clear. Let's do 45 to 50. Oh, here's a 50. Damn, that is on sale. Wow. Hey, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for the heads up. Well, now wait a minute. What's the difference? All right, so what's better, the 85J or the 80? So, I mean, what are there major differences here? I'm not seeing major differences. I don't see any major differences. Is the 85J maybe it's brighter? No. Refresh rate is only 60 hertz. No, 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 no. That's why it's on sale. That's why it's on sale. Okay. Okay, let's check the X950 because it's on sale. Here. These are Sony TVs we're looking at here. Okay, now that refresh rate is 120. And it is 48 by 5. So that's all right, I'll have to remember that. Okay. Definitely have to remember this. So this is the yeah, I'll remember this one. It is on sale. Shit the heads up. So no, not from my living room. My Samsung TV is 49 inches, so or 49 point something. What do you think of Starfield? Terrence Sam, when I see actual gameplay, I'll be talking about it. Am I excited about it? Yeah, but I like sci-fi games, so I'm biased to sci-fi games. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to some actual gameplay. They said it had over 150,000 lines of dialogue, so that's a lot of choices being made. So again, that's exciting. But I need to see how the game actually, how it plays. Yeah, Xbox does have a new controller coming out in a couple of weeks. That's going to be transparent or translucent or something like that. So the Starfield will be turn based. You think so? Oh, that will be disappointing if it is. So my living room must be small. You need 55. Well, not a. I mean, it's not a huge difference. And let me make this clear. This is just right now. If these TVs stay on sale, I may go 55 inches. So, I would have to see. I would have to measure my TV stand. Right now, my TV with my TV stand, it's a good marriage. It's ergonomically, it looks good. I get compliments. So, Dead Space remake gonna be good. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Dead Space, so I'll be picking that up. So, I think it's gonna be Fallout 76 in space. Okay, well, again, that would be disappointing. No, I don't. I sit about 8 feet away from my television set when I game. So, no, Fallout 4, you could choose to kill your father or let him go. You could. So, it is what it is. One has local dimming, the other one doesn't. Okay, well, I'll take the one with local dimming then. So, your game score is 10,3000 and PSN score is level 405. There you go, then. That makes you a gamer. So, so, so 5 feet. Yeah, that's a little too close, but all right, as long as you're enjoying it. Now, if you want to say my monitor, yeah, I'm not even I'm an arm's length away from my monitor, give or take. So 103, 130, 103K. Yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, that's big time. Um, I'd say people that played on the PS2, PS3, PS4. I mean, I don't know if the PS2 have trophies. I mean, I'm just asking. So, I mean, I don't know if it did or not. So, I've seen a lot of people with a lot of high trophy counts is because they were on the PS3. So shout out to all the people that were on the PS3. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what Starfield is. But what I don't like is that there's people talking negative about it and they don't know anything about it. But again, I've said this before. Do not attack people for being excited about Wolverine with no gameplay while you sit around and you chub yourself up to Starfield, which has had no gameplay. You know, it's okay to be excited for both games. Again, it's not that big a deal. PS3 had trophies, but they were hacked. Okay. Huh. I did not know they got hacked. Wow. I mean, PS3 had a lot of things. I mean, it had, I thought the PS3 controller was good. I thought that the free online was really good. I mean, I remember my friend saying, "I'm gonna play Call of Duty on PS3. I ain't got to pay for it." I'm like, huh? So Tony got taken to court for breaking PS3s. Oh, okay. I did not. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not saying that did not happen, but I mean, like I said, I mean, both Sony and Microsoft had some issues with their consoles before, so they both learned from it. It looks like it's always good. Um, well, remember they bought the main reason they bought Bethesda is they needed a publisher. They needed a publisher, so and they got one. It's which I didn't have. That's why when I was on other podcasts, I'm like, well, their games may be, may go just to that console. People are like, oh no, that's stupid. They don't buy them. They don't buy them. So again, the legacy games are still going to come out. That's my understanding of what Phil Spencer said is that legacy games are going to come out. So the Wolfensteins and all that kind of stuff. I've been playing Wolfenstein since I was on PC, like back in the day, like back in the 80s. So I assume that those games are still going to come out. But yeah, the newer stuff, Starfield, possibly Elder Scrolls, and all to me, Sony just needs to make their own version of that. Because they are talking about The Last of Us becoming an MMO, similar to, and just start it from there. And then you'll go on missions and all that kind of stuff. So it becomes an MMO. They just keep adding to it. Yeah, the Red Ring of Death, that was straight up terrible. That was terrible what we went through. Like I said, I got a Red Ring of Death on a Friday night. Sorry, on a Saturday afternoon, right before Grand Theft Auto 4 was coming out, is when I got my Red Ring of Death, and I about died. I was so mad. So, just thought somebody was spying on you with the Kinect. Yeah, well, like I said, people want to, people don't need to spy on you. You got smartphones, and you like I said, finding people today is easy. Finding people today is the easiest thing you can do. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get on off here. This is supposed to be short. We're gonna do it again tomorrow morning. We'll talk about Sony's actual numbers, and we'll drool over some more TVs. But yeah, like I said before, I'm just glad Layden had some clarity on the whole PlayStation thing. Which again, remember we were like, I always thought it was gonna happen. So don't buy an Amazon Echo. They will always be. I have an Echo. I have a Dot. So, but yeah. Remember, you're a consumer, and if nobody is, if you're not getting what you want, like if you go to a movie theater and the sound is crappy, I mean, you can sit up there and cry. Oh, my sound is terrible. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to go see this movie again, and I'm going to go watch it at another theater because the sound here was terrible. Well, that's kind of what you do, so. But all right, guys, that was it. I'm going to jump on off here. There's always going to be people that whine and cry and bitch and moan and stuff like that. But god damn, it's I'm just glad Layden clarified. So games going to PC is on Layden. Obviously, he's that's out down. Herman Holtz and Jim Ryan they're you know, they're just simply continuing what Layton started. So it is what it is. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna get on off here. That's the end of the stream. I appreciate you joining me. Hit that like button. Go play your damn games, and I'm gonna get back to trying to deliver this stuff in Death Stranding without these black dudes trying to drag me underneath in this black goo. So, all right, guys, that is it. You all have a good evening.